So this question is about the nerve impulse. As you know, the main function of the nervous system is to sense the impulse and give a response to that. So if any stimulus is given to the organism, it immediately absorbs or it takes and then it transmits it through the nervous system to the brain to analyze what kind of the stimulus it is. So this transportation of the impulses, which is through the nervous system, is known as the nerve impulse or the propagation of the nerve impulse. So the propagation nerve impulse is completely a chemical phenomenon, but it produces the it also based on the electrical phenomenon also. So it is an electrochemical phenomenon, we can call it as things. So this is the resting axon. Axon is the part of the neuron. So when there is no impulse is given, then the outside of the there's the extracellular fluid, then this is the intracellular fluid. In the extracellular fluid, it has got a numerous sodium molecules. So externally in this layer is the neurolemma, we can call it as the plasma membrane of the neural cell is known as the neurolemma. So this membrane or the neural membrane, outside to this is the all are positive and because of the presence of the sodium. Whereas inside of it, it is all are negative. It has got a high potassium molecule are there, inside again a chlorine molecule are there, but there is no entry of the potassium sodium molecule inside this axon, inside this nerve, because there is a pump, we can call it as the sodium potassium pump, and this sodium potassium pump is completely closed when the organism is at rest, when it receives no stimulus. So there is no possibility of entry of the sodium inside this neuroplasm. So when it receives the impulse, so this is the things, this part. When once the stimulus is applied in this part, immediately what happens? The sodium molecules, the sodium ions which is present externally, once stimulated, immediately the sodium pump is open, a sodium gate is open, immediately sodium enters inside it and the potassium going out, but the number of molecules, number of ions that enter into the neural plasm is more than the positive ions which goes out. So the inside becomes positive, outside becomes negative. So this condition we will call it as the depolarized. So this is what the question is asked, whether the sodium ions from extracellular fluid to the intracellular fluid is occurring during when the nerve is stimulated. So that is the answer, but this condition is again become repolarized when it crosses that point. That we call it as the repolarized condition, means it again it retains the original position, that is sodium becomes more and becomes positive outside, negative inside. So this is how the nerve impulse moves from one place to another place